Okay, guys, welcome back. I did check. If you watched the last video, you saw that I put a mine door here, and I did check offline, and that is exactly how it looks. I did turn the quality of the graphics up, so hopefully it's not too choppy for you. But there you go. So that's my mine door. Okay, so we're gonna go back to what we were doing before. Let's see, we can do away with the chisel. Okay, and we'll close that. And we need bricks. And I think we decided we can only get 10 at a time. And then come over here and we'll grab, we need mortar. So we'll grab as much mortar as we can. 17's good enough to start with. Oof, and now I'm crawling. That's alright. So we're going to add that to the crafting window. We're going to bring the trowel in. And we're going to keep working on finishing the blacksmith shop. So if you did watch the last video, you may have noticed that my chat was open. I do apologize for that. I try to keep server chat away because I don't know if somebody's talking about something pretty sensitive or whatnot, and I don't want to put everybody else's news out there for anyone to see. So if you want to be a part of that news, I would suggest coming to the Mythmore Prime server, um, and then you can witness it all for yourself. But as for me, I don't mind it being there if I'm just playing the game, but I would rather it not be there for the videos, um, mainly because it's not my business to put out for everybody else to be witness to, um, and the people that are on this server deserve to have a little bit of privacy from people that are not, if that makes sense. We're gonna let it go through this particular one, and then we'll take a quick rest so I can get my stamina back. We'll throw a few more down. My goal is to complete this building um, specifically for this video. Oh, I did exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. Okay, stop, stop, stop. There we go. Now we'll continue. So my goal is to finish this building for this video. I'm going to try to keep my videos a little shorter than they used to be. Um, 20 minutes, half an hour, bite-sized chunks. Okay, now we gotta go grab some more brick. And we'll grab some more. Well, let's actually go ahead and continue for a minute. We have enough to do 7 more. But I want to knock down the weight just a little bit so I can go grab some more mortar. And we have 2 more bricks than what we actually need. It only requires now 6, and we've got 8. Okay, so I should be able now. There we go. Open, and we're going to take some more mortar. All right, now we're down to 3 left. We have plenty of materials. So finish this wall off. And then I'll have to grab some more mortar and some more bricks to do the next one. Okay. Oh, I don't have any mortar. All right, so what we're going to do, we've got, well, we'll just grab all 3 clays. Yeah, we're going to grab, no, we're going to move this stuff over first. So grab that and that. Free us up for some more mortar. Oops, we don't need that much. I am going to have to go get more clay, though. That's kind of what troubles me, because that's a little bit of a jaunt away. We'll see how much we can get out of this bit of clay. We'll actually combine these to make it easier. There, now it's just 1. Okay, so it looks like it's taking 1 kilogram per, which means at this point we can make 45 more mortars to add to the 9 we have in here and the 8 we have here. So that's 17. It's a little over 60 mortars. It'll be close. It'll be close. I think we're probably still going to need some more clay, though. And we are still skilling up. Mostly masonry. And my mind logic is down. So, let's see. Oops, not that one. Close that one, open this one up. Mind logic is at 21.64. So it's got to go up quite a ways. And it's not going to tell me here, and I don't want to go onto Wurmpedia to find more information about it just yet, because that may mess up the recording. Oh, I had a few unsuccessful, so we're not going to get that many. We're definitely going to need more clay, but that's fine. I can show you where that's at. Like I said it's a little bit of a jaunt, but just take the rock shards out of the cart. And at this point, this particular character does not have the skill to ride a horse, which means he doesn't have the skill to command a cart. And these are large carts that I have. I didn't even bother making a small cart. I have 3 large carts. Two of them just have a variety of different supplies on them. And then the third one I'm actually using to transport stuff. But I have to drag it everywhere. We can make at most 6 more. So we'll put as many bricks as we can in before we go and get more clay. We're only going to get 1 more at most. Nope, we're done. So we have 54 here. Drop that in. We'll pull this out. So we have currently a total of 60 mortars. But of course, we're not going to need that many for this first wall. Because we want to still have some room. There we go. We still want to have room for bricks. And I know I need 19 mortar. Oh, we can clear that out. There we go. We'll put the trowel in there. So when we get these 9 bricks in, there should be enough weight removed for us to grab the last 10, and we can get this wall done. And we can probably get 2 more walls done. I've got 3 more of these standard style walls, and then I've got 2 archways, a left and a right, because it's not gonna. Oh, okay. It let me move without disturbing. So these 2 here, this one and this one's going to arch up this way, and this one's going to arch up this way with no center support. That leaves this as a double door opening so a cart can actually fit in here. And I want to leave this slab and this slab blank. So there'll be a forge on this one, a forge on this one. Let me see if I can shift around just enough to show you without messing anything up. And hopefully a smelter back there. If there's enough room, I'd like to put 2 smelters there. And then a forge here and a forge on this one. What I may end up having to do is put a forge in this corner, and then one kind of in this area where it's a little ways away from the corner, and then the smelter here with the other one up over here. So it may end up actually kind of arching a little bit, but we'll see how it turns out. And like I said, the smelters take a lot of bricks. That said, I do have a lot of rock, so it'll be really easy to make up all the bricks. I will most likely need time for more bricks. I will most likely need to redo my chisel. Yes, I can have 10 bricks. Yeah, because for those that don't know, any of the tools that you use take damage the more you use them. Same goes with weapons, same goes with armor. Um, Pretty much everything decays or gets damaged with use. If you watch here, my trowel is at 1.35, 1.36. So over time, it takes a bit of a beating. And I can repair this, but it would drop the quality level. Um, so until it actually gets up a fair bit, I'm not too worried about repairing it. Let's see. I need a whetstone to improve it, which I don't have yet, but I can make one of those. Or, well, once I get the forge up and running, I can make a whetstone. Let's see here. Oh, whetstones with stone cutting, huh? Stone chisel and rock shards. Ah. So we got 4 more on this wall, and I'm actually gonna turn and back up a bit. And we'll kind of move this out of the way. Oh, too far away. There we go. Okay, last one for this wall. So when it's done, this whole wall will pop in just like this last one did. Oh, it did that wall. Interesting. Okay. Well, is what it is. So we're gonna take some more mortar. There's the 19 we need. Oh, apparently we had one extra. So there's the 19 we need. And we'll grab the bricks. Take what we can. There we go. And once the outer structure is done, um, I've never actually built a stone building before. They've always been the wood ones. Um, on my personal server and on Wurm Online, I've tried out a couple of other servers, but all the buildings I've ever made were always wood. This is the first time I've actually worked with mortar and stone and doing paving. I mean, this is a unique experience for me. and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But I also have no control. And on my personal server, I found that I was um, not really cheating, but cheating. I would use my GM character to spawn in stuff that, big feast style meals and 100 quality level items, and just I can't do that here. This is somebody else's server. I am not a GM. I am just a person building on a piece of property. That's it. I don't have any merchants. I mean, I don't even have a horse or a pet or anything in the game yet. Like, literally everything you've seen here is all stuff I've had to do on my own. This was nothing but woods when I started, and a mountain. And I spent time terraforming the entire thing, going through trial and error. I really wish you guys could have seen those videos, but they didn't work out so well. The audio was perfectly fine, but for whatever reason, my recording software decided that it wasn't going to cooperate. So it grabbed the audio, but it was the video itself was just a solid screen. So, for instance, what you see here was throughout the entire video. It didn't matter if I moved around or whatnot. The trees weren't moving. I mean, the whole thing froze. It's quite annoying. Okay, we're going to take 10 more and come back and we'll finish this wall up. And then I believe we have enough materials to do that wall there and possibly that one there. The front two, I don't know if I have all of the materials for it, but more than likely we're going to have to go get clay to to work on those. So for those of you that are not um, sorry, for those of you that don't have a whole lot of knowledge about this game, um, Worm Online slash Worm Unlimited is effectively a crafting simulator. You have to micromanage everything about it. If you want a hammer, you don't just go and grab a stick and a rock. Um, there's no sticks around. Um, there's no rocks around. You actually have to mine for the rock. You have to harvest trees for the sticks, or, well, it's actually shafts and handles here. Um, yes, you can forage at a tree and try to get branches and whatnot, and you can uh, put together some stone tools to get started. Eventually, you're going to want to move up to metal tools, and then you're going to want to start working on um, repairing and improving those tools so that you can make better tools. Your My best guess is, by the time I start making quality level, we'll say 70 or 80 um, weapons and armor, more than likely I'll have gone through at least a dozen different pickaxes by that point. Um, I'm probably going to end up going through a dozen or more um, uh, hatchets to chop down trees specifically for wood to stoke the forges and smelters, and you end up working up skills whether you want to or not. This is not just a, oh, well, I'm going to be X, Y, or Z, and that's all you have to worry about. You basically have to work up pretty much every skill. Two more. Just to get where you're going. And the clay can actually go back in there. It's too small for anything. Okay, so we're going to go grab. So my goal was to be a blacksmith. Well, I can either pay somebody to build my buildings and hope that they get them right, the style of building I want, and so forth, or I can put my nose to the grindstone and actually make the buildings the way I want. I honestly don't care. Okay. Well, actually, it was this one over here. Let's take a step backwards. Okay, this wall we just finished. Let's examine it. It is a quality level 33 wall. Now, I know I'm encumbered, so it's slow. I apologize. This wall was the first one I did. Let's examine it. Oh. It's a quality level 28. So 28 to 33, not a huge difference. But honestly, I don't care if they're a quality level 4. I just want the building put up because down the road, I can tear it down when I get more skill and rebuild it. But I don't have that option if I don't build it to begin with. Okay. So, why pay somebody else to do it when I can do it myself? Yes, it does mean that I don't, excuse me, I don't get to the blacksmithing right away or what have you. But realistically, I mean, this is my property, my deed. Um, there's nobody else here with me. I mean, it's just me. Who's going to build my forge? Sure, I could pay somebody to do it. Oops, what am I doing here? Right there. I can pay somebody to build me a forge, but that would mean spending real money to get in-game money, or spending a bunch of time going out killing animals and foraging and praying and hoping that uh, I get enough coin to be able to pay that person to build me a forge. Or I learn how to do masonry and I make my own. Um, let's see. So the forge requires masonry right there. It needs stone bricks, clay, more stone bricks, more clay. So I need 11 clay, 11 stone bricks to make a forge. This is based on my masonry skill. So if we go over here and we close that down, we open this up, we're looking for masonry right there, which is a 42.13. That's a fair ways off from 100. So there's a really good chance I'm not going to get a quality level 50 or above forge. I'm okay with that because the first few things that I make in that forge aren't going to be that quality level either. Primarily because See if I can find it. My smithing skill isn't even at 15. You can't make things much beyond, if at all, beyond your skill level. There's a lot more involved in it. There is the quality level of the tool you're using, the quality level of the materials that you're using with that tool. Your skill level is involved. I mean, there's a a few different variables that determine whether or not you actually make it. And then it's random number generator time. When you do have a successful craft, you may actually hit that jackpot and get a rare craft, which might far exceed your skill level. Or you may get a dud and you get a quality level 1 item. What are you going to do with that? My smithing's at almost 15. Um, let's say I managed to make a forge that was at quality level 40, and I'm using quality level 40 and 50 um, um, materials from the mine, but it comes up a quality level 1 or 2. Just means you uh, barely were able to actually make it. You hit the low end of the random number generator. That's all. Most of the time, you're going to be somewhere right around your quality level for your skill level, but not always. And then there's the chance that, um, hypothetically speaking, let's say this smithing line wasn't actually smithing. That was let's say it was a short sword I made, and it was a quality level 14 point, what is that, 98.99, something like that. Just like this statue, it's a low quality item, 0 damage, and it'll give you the weight, and then it also tells you what can be used to improve it by right clicking and going to examine. It could be improved with a lump of gold. This one can be improved with a whetstone. The sword, if you're making iron weapons, for example, starts off needing iron to improve it. And each time you improve it, your quality level goes up. At some point, you're going to need water. At some point, you're going to need pelts, whetstones, files. I mean, there's a bunch of different things, but you can only improve it as high as the material you're using. So if it's requiring, like this one here, requires a gold lump. If I'm trying to improve it with a quality level 2 gold lump, it's not going to improve at all. It won't let me. It has to be higher than the quality level it currently is. So I don't know if you can actually improve this stuff. Well, let's find out. Can I improve this? No. Um, Material, stone, you see a wall, quality level 36. So there's nothing I can do to improve it, but it will take damage over time. And more than likely, I'll just have to destroy the building and rebuild it. Easy enough. Yes, it's time consuming. It means I gotta activate my sledgehammer or our large iron maul. And I'll probably end up actually remaking this out of lead now that I found a lead vein. Um, Different materials have different properties and different benefits or downfalls depending on what you're using. There are all kinds of spreadsheets online. Not so much for this game. There are some, but I've seen spreadsheets that go over the different materials and the benefits that each one gives as far as armor goes and weapons go and tools go. And lead is heavier. I don't know if it actually is in real life or not, but I know in this game it's heavier. Therefore, it does more bashing damage. Well, if I activate this and I go up to this wall, this one right here, and I start smashing it down, it's going to do a whole lot more destruction than if I'm using a wooden mallet. I tried that. There was walls back here. The one that was on this square, I used a wooden mallet on, and it took me 15 minutes to destroy. The one that was on this wall, I used this iron maul, and it was down in like 6 or 7 hits. Done. So yes, there is a big difference. Oh, I am rattling on and don't have any bricks to continue working. Uh-oh, I don't have enough bricks. Dadgummit. That's fine. We'll come over here. We'll put in what we've got. And we can make a couple more. That's easy enough. As a matter of fact, what I'll probably do is go drag the cart around so I can drop a pile here so we don't have to keep wandering around slowly from being encumbered. Ugh. No stamina. Yeah, we need 3 more bricks to complete this wall. So that's 22 to complete this one and this one over here. That's a little over 2 stacks of rock chips. Alright, let's get this last one in here. And we'll drag the cart around. Let's put the clay back. Oof, we're only down to... we don't even have enough. So, new plan. Let's go over here. We're going to take this around this way. Open. Okay, we're going to grab these. We're going to drop on the ground, which will create a pile. Open the pile. Move all this over here. So the cart's now empty. I'm actually going to throw my trowel in there as well, just because I don't care. We're going to open this one. Oops. We need the shovel. It's not in there. Okay, let's check this one. It's on the other cart, I think. I'm glad it was daytime for most of this video, guys. It's so disappointing when you try to do a video and it turns to night and you know that people watching the video can't see it. There's my shovel. Just because it's so dark. Okay. Well, we don't need the inventory open, and we don't need this open. Actually, I'm going to open the inventory again real quick just to activate the shovel, and then we'll close it. And we don't need the crafting window. I'm going to go grab some clay. Like I said, it's a little ways down here, so we will not be finishing the video, or finishing the building for the video, but I wanted to show you guys where the clay was at. And I can go that way and around, but I'm going to go this way over here. It's a little bit shorter. The, the road literally goes right in front of the property here. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the whiny little chihuahua at my side. Nobody knows what he whines about most of the time. He just whines to whine sometimes. And he thinks him's cute. Yeah, he thinks him's cute. Okay, so I did not build this road. Somebody else did long before I got here. But this is part of how I ended up finding the property I'm on. Is because the road was already here. And as you can tell, if you look to the right, it's a steep drop off. And if you look to the left, it's kind of a climb. Now, granted, it's fairly short, but either way, I mean, somebody had to come through here and level out this area to make room for the road to come through. Oh, lag spike. And there are a few little flattened areas. I think that's probably where they where they were going to extend it, but then never got around to it. And so far down this way, I've ran into a black wolf and a seal. And that's it. It's fairly unpopulated down here as far as wildlife goes. And actually, I'm going to take a quick detour to show you. That's all almost straight downhill. Okay. That's basically level ground. That's almost straight downhill. That is a nasty fall. And then up here, it's somewhat flat. I may actually. Oh, nope, it's just there's more hill on the other side of that. So this is a very short, flat area. I thought it was flat all the way across for a good distance. I was going to say I may end up doing a second deed and making a farm area over here. But so the graphics aren't terrible. They are a little dated. But overall, I don't know. I think the game's kind of fun. There's not a whole lot to do. There's no questing. There's no NPCs other than the wildlife. There are no storylines to follow, nothing like that. It's literally just as I said earlier, it's a crafting sim. So if your main interest is in for like survival type games, is to build a base and, make it all that you can be, or that you can make it. This is kind of that, but on a more extreme level. You don't get everything handed to you like you do in those games. They don't give you recipes. They don't give you it. Yes, you have. Look, I have a recipe book that I can search for just about anything, but if I don't know what to call it, so let's say I put an N there. Well, there's nothing with that name in the book. There are cooking recipes as well, right here. So there's a bunch of, we'll expand this out just a little bit. So there's a bunch of different cooking things that you can do. But each one um, has its own requirements. Oop, I'm about to go off-road. So like lemon herb battered chicken requires hot food cooking, an oven, a frying pan, raw meat from a bird, fowl, a raw egg, flour, lemon, and flour has its own ingredients, chopped oregano, chopped parsley, chopped sage, chopped thyme, chopped and ground paprika. That's a lot of things to put into one meal. But that's one of the recipes. So if you want to be a cook here, you got a whole lot of farming and harvesting and botanizing and foraging and possibly trading to do. Um, Animal husbandry. What is that? Oh, that. Hang on, I got to show you this. Let's go back through the cart. That is black wolf fat. That's something that you can get from a black wolf when you butcher it. I don't know what it's used for. Actually, let's find out. Um, Probably a cooking thing. Let's see. Search for ingredient. Mountain goulash. Oh, yep, fat right there. Out of curiosity, let's see. Let's open this up. Search material. Oh, candles. Farmer salve. Requires garlic and fat. Candles is fat and a string of cloth. Paste of the snake, plague, murderer, monster hunter, hunter, heart seeker, dragon hunter, paste of lick of fire, leech, and kiss of frost. Let's see. Mixture of health and fat. And the mixture of health, if you double click it, has brown mushrooms and wheat. So you combine the brown mushrooms, or a brown mushroom, excuse me, and a wheat to get the mixture of health, and you combine that with the fat to get the that other snake item or whatever. I'm guessing that's more along the lines of the alchemy stuff. Oh, I may as well grab a drink real quick. Oops. Keep the stamina going. There we go. And somebody took a chunk out of that tile. Okay, here is clay. And you go really, really, really slow on clay. I kind of want to try to get in the middle here. I'll open this up. I think it's going in the cart. Let's double check. It is. So that's the nice thing about having the large cart, even if you're just dragging it. If you're digging dirt, clay, sand, that sort of thing, it all goes right into the cart. Actually, I'm not 100% certain about the sand right now. I'm pretty sure it went straight into the cart, but I can't quite remember. It either went into the cart or it was going into my inventory and I was just transferring it to the cart because I grabbed the sand yesterday. But as you can see, the clay itself is going directly into the cart. And the nice thing about clay is you can, if it starts to run a little low, all you got to do is grab a thing of one shovel load of dirt and throw it back in, drop it on the ground, and it turns into clay. So it replenishes your clay pot, or your clay pool, or whatever you want to call it. Clay mound. One of the tricks about dirt and sand, primarily about sand, is if you want to turn a dirt tile into sand, all you do is drop a sand on it. If you want to turn a sand tile into dirt, all you do is drop a dirt on it. So essentially, you could basically have an infinite supply of dirt and sand depending on where you're at. Dirt is more than plentiful. You can find it everywhere. So what I plan on doing at some point is taking a 2x2 section of my property um, and turning it into sand. Even though it's dirt there right now, but I can turn the entire thing into sand, and then I will always have sand, because all I got to do if it starts running low is throw some dirt in to level it back out, and then throw another sand on top of it. So I just keep um, a handful uh, of sand piles so that I can replenish the sand, and then I can dig for a while longer and get way more than that in return. It's not really an exploit if the developers even tell you that you can do that. Oh, I think I'm probably at that point where I can't pull the cart. Let's find out. Oh, nope, I can still pull the cart. Good. Well, 53 clay is probably enough for now. Oh, and it's going to be a little tough to see, so I apologize, but that is clay over there. Dirt or grass over top and to the side of it. This is sand. So it looks like that's somebody's property there. But this is all sand here. And then there's sand actually just on the other side of this hillside here. But it looks pretty much just like that, except, not. It's sand colored. It's more of a tan and grainy instead of pitted with holes like the dirt is. If you look at the dirt, there's little holes everywhere. And there's that fat again. I don't know who threw it there. It actually threw me off as we were coming down, so I don't recall seeing it there. Somebody didn't want it and discarded it. I don't have a use for it, so I will just leave it there for the next person. Oh, and we're out of stamina, so we'll hold off for a second. Going uphill always chews up more stamina than going flat or downhill. Downhill you lose almost none. But the deed is up here, so we have to climb the hills. And you can see how fast my stamina bar drops. Oh, I can hear a wolf in the background. Means there's one close by. And you guys see that I'm stopping periodically. I only stop for a quick second just to replenish the stamina bar, and then I'm on the go again. That's all I'm doing. So stop and go. Oh, there's that wolf again. He sounds like he's off to my right. So, oh, there he is. Venerable slow black wolf. Well, because I know he's going to attack me, we're going to stop dragging the cart so I can maneuver. Oh, where'd he go? I don't like that. Oh, there he is. I don't feel like taming him. I think there's another one up there somewhere. That's where I keep hearing it from. So if you notice, he's outlined in red. That means he's aggressive. So if we get too close to him, he's just going to attack us anyway. Alright, well, we're just going to... I didn't really want to do combat in this video, but that's okay. I have auto attack on, and he's going to try to damage me, and I'm hitting him with the club. So what I should do is kick my statue on, and what I normally do is I'll go to spells, and once I lose a little bit of health, I'll drain health on him, because that replenishes my health. Just kind of keeps me a little bit ahead of the game. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it too much with him. He's not really doing a whole lot. Okay. See, Maul's increased to 5. I am terrible with the Maul. Large Maul increased to 8. Aggressive fighting 15. Yeah, I'm horrible with the Mauls. I was using dual sword prior to making this Maul. Okay, now we're just gonna take the corpse because my butcher knife is back at the settlement. Open, and we're gonna put the corpse on there so that I'm not hauling it. We'll actually put the shovel on there as well. And we'll heal up. Let's see. Cure Serious should do it. Oof. Resistant to heal, huh? Interesting. Let's try that again. Need more favor with my god to cast that spell. Okay, so we're just going to cast medium then. I brought it back up a little bit. We're at 94 and almost no favor, so that'll have to be good enough for now. Okay, drag the cart. Let's keep going. Well, now you got a chance to see what some of the combat looks like. I'm going to do a video in the future on combat and probably have a few different weapons and hopefully some better armor. You know, does seem to be logical to have better armor if I'm going to be a blacksmith. Right now we're just trying to get back to the settlement. And we're not too far off. It's just, like I said, it's kind of a jaunt. That's the closest location I've found for clay or sand so far. And more than likely, that wolf probably would have eaten me alive had I not spent time. This particular server has basically a newbie village. It's a tutorial kind of area that they put together, and they've got some. Uh, they're training dummies, but they're called practice dolls. Um, and you can train your combat skills up to 20, but the only thing you're given at that point is swords. Like I said, I had to make my maul, but I didn't do that there, and I probably should have. Um, I'm more than likely going to make uh, a couple of practice dolls, combat dummies, whatever, along with some archery targets, and then I'll just have to repair them over time. But after 20, you need to actually go out and do real combat. You can't skill up anything or any further than that, and it's so like with I could skill the maul up, and I could skill the heavy maul up with this particular maul, along with actual combat. But once I hit 20, that's it. And if I'm using a sword, I'm not going to obviously get any skill in um, archery or daggers or axes, anything like that. You actually have to use the item that you're going to be skilling up. So I still have to fix this road because I kind of messed it up. it was a little bit wonky when I first started. Now it's a lot wonky. It's a lot less wonky than what it was, but um, it'd still be nice to actually fix it so that it's more like this. Okay. So right here is the where the gates are going to be. So everybody'd have to come up this way and in here. And then you get this whole huge flat spot, and there's um, a level there. You see, these used to all end up, or there was a ton of these stacks of logs everywhere, but I let everything kind of decay before I got around to deeding, so there's not a whole lot left. But this whole area was just like that area. Nothing but trees. Just like that area. All trees. That is a rare dirt. What do you do with a rare dirt? Not a clue. Um, there are some things that require dirt. I believe like planters and stuff like that. Um, but from what I understand, if you're not going to use it and it's rare, on this server anyway, you take it to an altar and sacrifice it to your god. You get, I don't know if you get more favor, but I keep hearing, ooh, man, my pumpkins got big. Um, I keep hearing that you get full nutrition for rare items. I don't know. I've never done it. So I think maybe next video we'll touch on. Oh, there's one of my Spirit Templars running right there. So next video we may be touching on the farming aspect a little bit, and I'll do a quick farming tutorial. That won't be until tomorrow because it's starting to get kind of late, which is why I said the building is probably not going to get finished today. And I don't know why it's not showing up yet. I should already be able to see it. That's weird. I can see the cart, I can see the trees, I can see the segments of wall that I still need to finish up. Stone fence, whatever. I should have been able to see that building. Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's because it's too far back. So that was one thing that frustrated me. I tried and tried and tried to start the building out here, but it has to have a one tile walk around, so it won't let you. Okay, and we got, oh, we got to come back here. That's right. And we'll open this one. We'll open this one. We're going to drop the clay in there. And we're going to take the mortar. We still have 9 clay. Okay, well, that's all we can put in there. So, let's see. Let's go to this square. There we go. Now the other clay is there. And we're going to open this. Really? Ah, you dirty dog. Now it wants to put it way over here. Okay. Come on. Open. And we're going to put, I'm going to put the shovel in there. Okay, that way we've got everything kind of together. And we're going to go this way. Oh, there's another one right here. What is in this one? Mortars and clays. Okay, well, let's combine them. And where is my shovel? Right there. Take the shovel and we're just going to put it in there. There we go. Now there's only 2. And I believe the butcher knife is over at the other cart, but I want to double check in here first. Oh, no, butcher knife's right there. And we'll bring this in, and we'll activate the butcher knife, and we will butcher the corpse. And that gives us 2 canine meat. Okay, so I can put the butcher knife back. And we're going to eat the meat just because I don't have time to cook it. And I need the nutrition. You can see the food bar is moving up. I'm going to get a whole lot better nutrition from cooked foods, for sure. My calories, carbs, fats, and proteins are all at 0%. I have no sleep bonus. Okay, so all of this, let's move the cart out here. Stop moving. And we're going to stop dragging the cart. We're going to head over to this cart. We're going to put the meat in there. Okay, and oh, I should have grabbed the shovel. Why, you may ask? Well, I'll show you. And then we were going to call it a night for the video. Open, grab the shovel, close this. We're going to activate the shovel, and then it doesn't matter where you go. But I like to go out here into nature, and I'm going to right click the corpse, and we are going to bury it. Number one, that gets the corpse out of my inventory, and number two, it's kind of, I know it's just a video game, but it's respectful for the animal, and I try to pay respects in that regard, even in a video game. If it gives me the option to bury a corpse after I butchered it and used everything I can from it, and I can still bury the corpse, I would prefer to do that. It doesn't just throw it on the ground and litter everything up. It actually gets rid of it. And I know in a video game it's effectively saying, hey, just delete this, put it in my trash bin, whatever. But it's the sentiment behind it. I have a lot of friends that are Native Americans that have instilled a lot of their lore in me over the years, and I find it very respectful to not waste when I do go out hunting. I will use every bit of the animal that I can, and what I can't goes back to nature. It's to continue the cycle and to show respect to that animal for giving its life. So call me stupid, whatever. Say what you want. I don't care. I know it's a video game. It doesn't matter. That is what I do. And this game offers the opportunity to do that. So maybe that's part of the reason why I like this game. I don't know. It's not the entire reason, that's for certain. But it might have something to do with it. Okay, so that is what we're doing for today. That's going to be it for this video. Looks like we're already an hour and 20 minutes almost. And then the half-hour-ish video just before. So that's going to be the end of it for today, and I will see if I can put another one out tomorrow, probably a shorter one, for the farming. And we may get around to finishing this building here in the next day or two. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one.